Hey guys, HybridFocus here and welcome to Let's Build a Castle Part 1. It's a new series I'm running where I'm obviously going to be building a castle. Well, I was originally planning to build a castle. It kind of turned out to be more of a fortress because I made this tile that I think I'm doing at the moment in the back, well, I was doing back then, slightly too big. So that's going to be a really big tower. It's going to be quite hard for me to really make it look that good, but I think I can do it. Like, it'll just take a bit of work. So as you can see, I'm just putting out the foundations at the moment, planning out where all the towers are going, where the walls are going, and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, really, I think I didn't realise at all when I decided to do this how much effort it actually takes to do one of these. Like this, what is it, like 15-minute episode or something? Took literally about 3 hours to record, and another few hours to get camera studio and all that stuff working. So yeah, it's a really big thing, and then I've got to spend another about 50 minutes now talking over the top of it. So yeah, as the camera pans around, you can see working on the fourth and final, tower. This is, I think, one of the smaller ones. But yeah, we are, I think, now going to work on one of the towers. Yeah, working on this tower in the top right, or bottom right maybe, on the right. Yeah, so just building that up. I eventually decided to make that one much bigger. This is what I was saying you about when I made it maybe slightly too big. So I maybe make it twice that height in the end, and of course I go around the bottom, replacing the cobblestone that was originally there with the light stone brick, which is just normal stone brick. You also got dark stone brick, which is cracked stone brick, and like really dark stone brick, which is mossy stone brick. So you can see me just coming around here, the camera's panning and you can't really see what's going on. There we go. So now you can see me doing the second tier, because I looked at it and decided this is going to be like a really short and stubby tower if I don't make it taller. So I bring it up, and this takes me in itself maybe half an hour, 35 minutes to do. I mean, it's a big job doing this, don't underestimate it, otherwise it would be pretty bad. So I'm just going to keep on building up, all the way up, and then I'll be done with this tower for now. We're obviously going to come back and add some more what do you call it, kind of details later. Set the time today there so you could see a little bit better. I try to remember to turn the rain off whenever I can, but sometimes I forget or do it a little bit late, so forgive me on that. This is sped up maybe about 4 times speed, no more, I don't know, maybe 6-7 times, so like you can really get a grasp. I mean, it took me maybe 30-40 seconds to do each one of these pillars, and I do accidentally make one of these sides a little bit too high, I seem to recall, or maybe not. No, actually I don't think I do. I think that's a different tower. So, and this is probably the biggest tower that I did, and you can see here as it goes up the middle just how big this is, and it speeds up. Maybe slightly dodgy editing there, but you can really grasp the kind of enormity. You can see the cows down there, tiny in comparison. So yeah, that's why this is going to be called Let's Build a Fortress, not a Castle. And then you've got another view spinning up another castle, and this really is a huge structure. And I don't know, I might have to come back and make it even taller so it doesn't look quite as stubby in a future episode, but that'll have to do for now. So now I'm working on the slightly smaller tower. I'm taking a little bit of a break from like ridiculously big towers, and yeah, I keep building, keep just nerdballing up all the way around. This is the tower that I make one side slightly too high. As you can see, you've got a little bit of a block there. It's just one block too high, but I think that's fine because the taller the better, let's face it. And as the camera pans around here, you can see the certificate village down the bottom that I was messing around with and kind of fixing. So if you look closely at the house on the right at the moment, you can see it's got some little steps going up. But we're probably going to turn that into an abandoned village at some stage. We are also planning to build a kingdom when I finish the castle, but that's a long way off. Like, I literally spent all of last night doing this. I spent editing it, speeding it up, recording it, installing Camera Studio and all that shit. So this is really a huge project that I'm undertaking, and I'm going to undoubtedly waste hours of my life on it. So now you can see the second tower, slightly smaller than the first one, but I think it probably looks slightly better because it's slightly thinner. So now you see me coming around and making the roof. The roof, I actually come back and edit this a little bit later to make it a little bit more peaked, a little bit taller, but like not that much. So we're going for a red netherrack roof up there because it just adds a bit of a splash of colour, and I like the colour red. It's probably one of my favourite colours. I don't know why. I just really like it, especially that kind of bold, kind of not crimson exactly, but powerful reds that I'm using here. The colour of the netherrack. I really like the texture for it. It looks really good in the LB photorealism texture pack, which is what I'm using. So just coming around, I decided to do the roof because it's sometimes fun to take a little bit of a break from just nerdballing up and doing stuff, and do a bit of detail. It kind of keeps you sane, keeps your mind from just kind of turning into jelly. So yeah, you can see me here doing the top. I actually come back and edit this. I only edit the top just to give it a little bit more of a peak. But I just put a block, an extra block underneath those ones going down, I think. And I also delete those little half blocks on top of that. So now as we pan around here, slightly literally, you can see me coming around and doing this next tower. I did mess up the Camera Studio things a little bit. And you can see the tower's silhouetted against the moon. Yeah, there's another little glitch. Because yeah, I literally only started using the Camera Studio maybe this morning. I spent ages experimenting with it and just trying it out and seeing what it was like and what I could do with it. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of it's easy to use, but it's also easy to use badly, if you know what I mean. It's kind of quite easy to mess it up with. This tile's slightly taller than the other one and also slightly thinner, I think. Yeah, I think it is. So it looks better. You can panning round back over the second tower now with the roof, which I think looks pretty good. And obviously these aren't going to be just plain stone, because all builds kind of rely on detail to kind of give you something to look at, to make sure you don't have to focus on just big plain surfaces. So we're going to be getting some windows, we'll get some kind of crenellations on the walls when I get around to building them, which isn't this episode. I think I'll do it next episode. Or maybe I'll do the roofs next episode. So yeah, you can see me coming up here, nearly finished with this tower, and then I think I go on to the fourth and final tower, which is the smallest one, I believe. I think this one's 19 blocks wide, the first one was 23, and the second one was 21 or something like that. So this is kind of a really big, majestic tower. I really like the look of this one. I think it'll look even better when you have a roof on it, which, do I do the roof this episode? I think I might actually. So here we go, you've got another view panning up through the tower. And it is enormous, this thing. Like, it took me a hell of a long time to build. And you can see there, right down through it. And that's what we've got so far. 3 really big kind of baked bean tins. So yeah. Now we move on to the final tower. This is 17 blocks wide, I believe. So you can just see me there. You can't see my figure for some reason. I don't know why. Just replacing the little blocks there. I don't think this is sped up that much at all, but it was recorded in double speed. For those of you that are familiar with Camera Studio, or maybe it's sped up a little bit later or something. Yeah, now it's sped up a lot more, I believe. Maybe. Plus, I've actually got absolutely no clue. Yeah, this isn't sped up that much, so this might be quite a long one, but I mean it didn't take too long in real life either. So, because it's quite a small tower, this is also going to be a little bit shorter than all the other ones. I think it was slightly taller than the red one, yeah, you can see here, it's now sped up a lot more. So it means you're not here for the kind of long shift of just watching me build stuff. So yeah, this build's going to be all about little kind of hidden alcoves and passages, and that's what I really like. I'm going to have, I think if you're panning around now, no, it's not on that side, but when it pans around behind here and you get a view from the other side, you'll be able to see a little mine that goes into the cliff behind those 2 big towers. So I'll probably turn that into a kind of secret passageway. You should be able to see it just emerging on the left hand side of your screen soon. Oh, maybe not actually. Where is it? Maybe, yeah, it's just behind the far tower at the moment. But so we'll turn that into a big hidden passageway. And the kind of gist of this video, I don't know why the camera's being a bit weird at the moment. But it is, so I suppose we're going to have to live with that. So yeah, there's a little mine back there. We'll turn that into a secret passageway, and behind the 2 far towers at the moment, on the other side of all that, there's a big kind of, there's a lot of evil going on, there's a lot of evil activities. We'll build like an evil fortress of obsidian or bedrock, something equally menacing. And we will, yeah, I'll do all that, and that'll be really good. So, you can see me here finishing off that. And yeah, the reason these 2 pillars that we're kind of nearly panning behind at the moment are slightly bigger is because obviously they want a good view over the plains between us and the forces of evil. So I've still got to plan what I'm going to really turn this world into. But all I know is it is going to be really cool. So you see me here, just putting 1 extra layer on there, and there's this chunk on the loads for some weird reason, probably because I'm sitting on the other side of the map. We're kind of panning around, seeing all 4 towers to the full extent of their glory. And we might have to make the tower on the left at the moment, is it? No, the tower on... wait. Yeah, the tower on the left, or maybe both of them, a little bit taller. But for now I think we put the roof on the other slightly smaller tower, the 17 one. Or do we? I honestly can't remember, I've got such a bad memory. No, we put it on... yeah, actually this is... no, it's not, we put it on the slightly bigger tower. But I think this one's less in need of extending. So, yeah, that's one thing. I don't know what's happening to my video at the moment. Apparently it is, well, mine at least, is kind of lagging out. But I'll just keep talking. You can see me doing the roof here. We're doing a slightly different design, we're making it a bit taller. We're doing 2 blocks up with stairs on top instead of just 1 block up with stairs on top. So yeah, my frame rate is kind of suffering slightly. I'm just going to close down an Explorer window. Hopefully, I don't think that's making a huge amount of difference though. Alright, I'm just going to quickly pause it and restart. Alright, so we're back. I've sorted out whatever happened there. Then you can see me here. building up the roof. It takes quite a long time to do these roofs actually. It's quite a long job. You've got to figure out where all the steps are going. You've got to kind of fiddle about trying to get them to face in the right direction so they don't look retarded. But I think at the end when I built this roof, I think that tower looks pretty good. I'm obviously going to add kind of lots more details in the future. So just coming around here again, nearly at the top, and I play around a little bit with the. I think when we reach the next level, you've just got one little block sticking out, so obviously you can't fit any stairs on there. So I think originally I put a half block on it, but then I decide to just leave it bare, and it can kind of add like a little bit of texture to the roof, so it isn't all just the same repeated. Yeah, as you can see here, you've got just one block sticking out, and I'm adding the stairs first. As you can see, it's slightly below the rest of everything. Come around with half blocks. I can't speak clearly. Half blocks there, and add them on. But then I think at the end I actually delete those. So you can see this roof is going to be very tall. It's going to be an icon of kind of stuff. Yeah. That's how smooth I am with words. Just putting the final few layers on. Obviously this takes slightly longer because we've got more layers to make, or kind of more blocks to place. Then we finally finish it in a second. We just put that over on there. I think this is the final layer coming up in like 1 second, and then you see me coming around when I've finished and deleting those half blocks. So that is the finished product of our roof, and then we come over to the other roof that I was talking about before, and we just add another layer up there. We do add the half blocks on again, just give it a little bit of texture. I can't remember if we delete those or not. I think we keep them for memory. And there we go, that's 4 towers with 2 of them with the roof. And as we pan around, you can see just how much progress we've made in such a short amount of time. So, if you submit some plans for our kind of kingdom, if you can, because like I kind of need some input. And as the chunk deloads at the bottom, this has been HybridFocus. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, favourite button. A bit of appreciation for putting this much amount of time and work in would be very nice, I have to say. So thanks for watching, and I bid you farewell.